Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Excellent. Six, Robot ID. Let's do that.
Assignments to get moving forward. The page
Oh, morning, Ron.
Hello, David. Good morning. If I look at the one of the
Okay. While we're waiting for a few people to join, you guys remember where we were?
The HTTP services.
Yeah, today we are about to start HTTP.
I think that we HTTP services. I think we talked about tap into the observable. Let's see. Let me get my my machine back up and running. So I guess as a quick recap, last time we did. Oh yeah, so we started using the service or the HTTP client to get. Yeah, because we're simulating a data server. And then I think our last thing that we needed to do, so we were getting all the heroes, right? So now we need to get the hero by ID. I think that's where we left off. Does that seem right to you guys? Sorry, we're just trying to figure out where we left off last time.
This is the routing part, right, David?
The routing?
Yeah, this was completed, right? We can check the component in the ID
This part you mean?
Yeah, we were here in the observable something in the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, I think that we did this heroes from the server.
Yeah.
So we did this. Yep, and our next point was to get to the hero by ID, right? I think that's right, but let me see what's wrong with my, looks like, I think I got some errors on my side. I think that we were playing around a little bit with 404. We were playing around a little bit with heroes and then the actual in-memory heroes. I think we changed the name of some of these things. Okay, so what happened here? Okay, heroes failed, undefined. Were we playing around with some errors? Oh, this is not good. I don't know where we are. Heroes. Fetched heroes from heroes. Subscribe. Should that be API/heroes? Is that what it expects to have? I forget that this in-memory in-memory data service, I think, expects particular URL. There we
Yeah.
go.
I think we don't need slash before API. You can put anything actually. It requires slash before heroes and then anything.
Anything in front of the heroes? Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like the slash was, okay. All right. Phew. Glad we figured that one out.
What happened? How did it get out of whack?
Well, because we were playing around with, you can put anything here.
Oh,
Dummy.
and you can't?
And you can't.
Oh,
Because
it doesn't matter what's there then.
because the in-memory API is just looking for something
That
slash
yeah,
and then heroes. Yeah.
gotcha.
You can put anything here, dummy heroes.
Huh.
Nitin, no offense. That's kidding. Awesome. Okay.
So you can put nothing there.
No, you can't put nothing there. If you put nothing here,
Okay, well,
Then it
you
will fail.
we
you have
have.
to change the other side of it.
I don't think that the in-memory database service would catch it. So if we put slash heroes,
Well, something's looking for */heroes, right?
exactly.
But if you took the star out,
If you see, like right now, we're getting this
Well,
slash heroes
actually-
is unfound, is 404. Right, so when we do slash heroes,
so yeah, star is anything.
right, yeah.
We
so-
need to. It would have to be anything or nothing, like whatever. Just look
Yeah.
for the ending heroes. And then,
look for, well, it has to be something slash
you know,
heroes. Are we saying, we're saying the same thing,
kind of.
kind of, I think. So anyway, so if you're saying if we did this, it would work?
No, it will not.
It will
I don't
not
think-
work, but it's because we've configured somewhere else that it has to have that, right? Based off
We
of,
haven't configured anything. It's all magic in this in-memory data
In
service.
memory data source.
but, okay, so in that service,
There's nothing in here that's configured to say look for. It's just
in
configuration
our
by.
router though, did we, in our router?
This isn't
we-
router. This isn't the router. Doesn't know anything about these services.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed last time.
Oh, that's right.
I have not watched the video yet. It was a rough week.
It was a rough
that
week.
way.
Last week was kind of the last part of last week. I think was pretty interesting because we went all over all this and we kind of discovered how this in-memory data service is working.
Okay.
I'll
For sure watch it.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, good. So back on track. Let's see. We should be.
I don't like magic.
I know I don't like Magic either. But once you pull out this in-memory data service, then your API will go to the real, because in-memory data service is like a hook. It like intercepts the REST calls.
Yeah.
And then it does its own thing. I'm not exactly sure how it's happening, but it is kind of cool. Good for prototyping. All right, so what's going on now? Did I break it again? Okay. All right, we're working. Bombasto is back.
I think we should not. Is it?
Yes.
It is broken. You saying?
No, it's working.
Okay.
But what's interesting is, how is this working? How am I getting Bombasto? Is it not using the API anymore, or at this point? Because when you click on Narco, that's going to 12. I thought we didn't implement this part yet.
We implemented, but
Do we do the hero by ID?
it is still using old way. If you go into the
Oh yeah. You're right. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Good call.
Mhm.
Right. So we do have to do the heroes dot get hero by ID. And okay, so they're just going to talk about that. Here, the base URL is the heroes URL defined in heroes and HTTP section. API heroes, and the ID is a number of the hero you want to retrieve. For example, API/hero/11. And ours isn't doing that yet, is it? I don't think we're logging that part of it. Add a hero service get hero method to make that request. So get hero by ID will 404 if ID is not found. There's that catch error. Okay. Cool. So that's pretty similar to what we've already got. ID is taking a number, except for it's getting the hero. Oh, we're creating that. So we have to create the URL. Right? So let's just do that. Create const of the URL. And that's going to be this hero's URL. Okay, /ID, sure. Oh, right. And Michael, this is cool. I don't know if we did this last time or not, but these in TypeScript, these backtick is a template in JavaScript.
Automatically, it's asking for a template in there.
So it's like a template. So when we do dollar bracket, you can say this dot here's URL, and then we can do /$ID, and that's from actually kind of cool, right? So that's like, this is how you build your string. It's just like an easy way to build a string. And is this TypeScript specific, or does Java the
JavaScript,
ES7 or 6 or 7 do this? What version?
So if you didn't use the backtick,
we didn't do the backtick, then it would be, you know, it would be, you just have to do a string and
Oh,
concatenate it,
just concatenate a string. Oh. Interesting.
right? So you do like, this.
Say this dot heroes plus
URL plus
some
quote slash
that,
quote
yep.
plus this dot, or ID, I guess. So it just makes it, I mean, yeah, this one I think is definitely more readable. Anyways, cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Dumb way.
Old way.
Old dumb way.
I wonder
Old
what
man way.
I mean, I find the other one readable too.
The get heroes also we need to modify first, because this time they are describing tap. What is tap here?
Tap?
Yeah, if you go little up in the document, that method also we need to, here they are using tap after pipe.
Oh, then I guess we jumped further than I thought
Yeah,
we needed
right.
to.
This one we need to, yeah, until here we are done.
We have handle error.
Right, we have handle error.
Okay. Well, let's wrap up this get hero by ID and then, well, no, you're right though, because they're probably gonna talk into this tab.
Right.
Okay, jump up to tab then.
Mhm.
Tap into the observable. The hero service method will tap, thanks Sunan. The hero service method will tap into the flow of observable values and send a message via log to the message area at the bottom of the page. They'll do that with the RxJS tap operator, which looks at the observable values, does something with those values, and passes them along. The tap callback doesn't touch the values themselves. Interesting. So you have a pipe, and you're just like, you ever worked with PVC pipes? You can put like a tap onto the pipe, and it just like steals from the pipe.
It will be like anywhere it will be error, it will bring into an end. The log message. That is what tab is, right?
Yeah. Well, so the pipe, so we've got this pipe and we're catching the air, but in addition to this pipe, we're going to tap, is that how it works? Let's share. So this pipe takes multiple, what are the, I wonder what the parameters are for this pipe. So you can take an object
Tap
function, so take
catcher.
a list of operator functions,
Mm.
or it takes these functions and sends them into.
I think you can put as many as number of functions, but they will get executed in such a way like in a queue kind of, right? One after one.
Yeah. So just to look at what that did, tap message fetched heroes. Why are we doing it twice? Oh, this dot log. Oh, right. This dot log is doing both. I forgot. Yeah, we're doing both. Okay. Okay, so it would be interesting to see tap message fetched heroes from heroes API. So okay, so obviously this gets logged first, but then tap message and catch error. Okay. All right, that's so basically you can use tap for just like, maybe even if you wanted, oh, it doesn't do anything with it. I wonder if, that's not log, next, underscore. I wonder if you could do something with, like, if you could log the, if we, logged underscore. What is underscore? I wonder if we could do, you guys know what I'm talking about? So if this is tapping into the observable, if we could log the actual messages or the actual return of heroes, right?
Yeah.
Just not handle error.
It's going through there, right?
Yeah.
It's providing that. This here is
I think we need to do something similar to, and I wish I was a little better at Java at TypeScript with these type lambdas. But if we did a tap hero, and we took in a hero array. Oops. Sorry, I'm doing this all backwards. Right, so now if we log the heroes, and then we can't do that. Then what am I doing wrong here?
You want to fetch the old method?
Well, I want to, in here I want to say,
Oh, so tab actually itself does what it takes. It takes from observable. They are saying the result of observable, and it brings into a and into a log, right? That's what they are describing.
that's what this is doing, yeah. But I thought that we could, like, according to what they're saying, tap allows you into the flow of the observable values and sends a
Value.
message. So I thought that I could get a hold of the value and log it.
So they have the value, I think, in the
Is that what underscore is?
underscore. Yeah, it looks like the underscore is a value.
a reserved character.
We can give a try to print observable in the log itself. Remove the method. Remove the single quote and just put underscore. Let me give a try.
Oh, this?
Yep.
Just log the underscore. Yeah, I tried
Yeah.
that. It said it didn't. Oh, maybe I had to send that in. Yeah, something's not.
Yes, so it is printing the objects, list of objects. Yeah, all.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, if I just replace the message to underscore, it gives the list of objects printing.
Okay, okay.
So it's printing all the list. So it's printing one by one, but why? Oh, if we are not generating any error, so maybe we'll need to explicitly generate the error, then it will do different. Oh, so what it is doing, I'm just trying to. So in case of object,
Yeah.
it is keep printing those object, but in case of message, it only print once. This is something strange. Okay, so it is not taking that argument type.
If I did this, this dot tap hero, at least we would get. Yeah, okay. All right, so that makes sense. So so we can grab those heroes. So maybe you could actually, anyway, exercise for next time maybe. Our extra credit is, next week I'll give a candy bar to somebody if they can actually use tap to add a hero on the fly to the, or to prove that it can't be done. Yeah, is that worth a candy bar to you guys? In the interest of moving on. Okay, cool. So we still, all right, so we tap. So we experimented with tap. So let's go back into, any other comments or questions on that? So I think that, if you guys do have any questions or comments, just shout out. So let's finish our get hero by ID. So we got the URL, and now we're going to tap into it again. But we need to basically just get hero and pipe it. Okay, get hero by ID. So we used to just return the of. And we already have this message service. Now let's try. So we are going to this HTTP get hero. We're going to get a hero. And we're passing the URL, right? No. DB API URL. We're going to specify the type of hero that returns. We're going to pass the API URL, and then from that we're going to pipe. But really, we could just do this, right? We don't have to pipe it. Do we? We're not logging anything, but that works, right? So we didn't have to pipe anything. We could just return this part of it. Piping it gives us the ability to add logging and error messaging or error handling. So
That's a TypeScript concept?
pipe.
Yeah.
I
Or is
think
that
it's a HTTP. I think it's a observable concept.
Okay. Gotcha. Because that's what it is. Yeah.
Because this HTTP get returns an observable. So let's tap in. We'll grab that. We want to get the underscore and just ignore it. But fetch hero ID. That should give us that now. refreshed it. Fish hero ID. Yep. Cool. And then we can also add the error messaging or the error handling. But we never have errors, so what you can do. Now, how do we test it and give it an error? We'd have to have the in-memory data service throw an error somehow. I don't know. I don't know how to hook into that.
Is it returning right now, like status code?
Oh, yeah, no, we could do this one. That's the error. Get hero ID. This doesn't handle error. So our handle error is saying dummy log on error, console log error. Yeah, so we got the dummy log on error.
You can get hero ID. Get hero ID too, the one that you just created, right? The catch.
Yeah, the catch error is going to this
Get here, so it's logging in.
handle error. Yep. So it's saying operation. Oh, it's not. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that is how we can do it. Okay, so there are 3 significant differences from get heroes. It constructs a URL with the desired hero's ID. Yeah. The server should respond with a single hero rather than an array of heroes, and that's get hero is that's the one hero instead of an array. Therefore, get hero returns an observable hero. I just said that. An observable of hero objects. This is an observable of hero objects, rather than observable of hero arrays. Okay, so done with the get heroes, done with the heroes in HTTP. So now we are going to do, we've only been doing HTTP get. I believe we're going to jump into HTTP put, or yeah, put it looks like. Edit a hero's name in the hero detail view. As you type the hero name, update the heading at the top of the page, or updates the heading. But when you click the go back button, changes are lost. If you want changes to persist, you must write them back to the server. At the end of the hero detail template, add a save button with a quick event binding that invokes the new component method named save. All right. So hero detail component, we want that. We want to be able to save that. Add it right here. Save. Throws errors. Hooray. Actually throws a save is not a function.
Yeah.
So that's good to know that at least we get like I remember in AngularJS, like your errors, like even a simple error like this was not like, I mean, you can kind of figure, oh, co.save is not a function. That kind of gives you an idea that, oh, you're missing something. I remember in AngularJS, it seemed like these kind of errors were very hard to troubleshoot.
Most of the stuff was like all
Very.
about the life cycle
Yeah.
code failing. Yeah.
So we need to add a save to the hero details component. Hero detail component. And that save is going to look like this. It's going to use the hero service to update this .hero. .subscribe this go back. Oh. Well, we're getting a little fancy. I haven't seen subscribe yet. Add the save to call the service and then navigate back to the previous view. I wonder what .subscribe is. This is a hero service. This is the update hero is probably returning an observable. I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's why this observable subscribes comes from the observable method,
Observable, yeah.
observable API. Yeah.
So you can say like when something's done. Interesting. Okay. All right. So let's save method is going to return a void, right? And it's going to this dot hero service say update hero. We're going to send in this dot hero. And do it there. So I'm guessing my autocomplete isn't working very well because it's not, this method doesn't exist. But, so we do a function, what is this called, the arrow function? This dot go back. Okay. So now let's go to our hero service. And the overall structure of update hero method is similar to that of get heroes, but it uses HTTP put to persist the changes on the server. Okay, so update hero, it does still return a observable of any. We haven't seen that before yet. So let's go to the hero service. And we are going to add update hero. And it's going to take a hero, type hero. It's going to return an observable of any. Whatever that is.
Generic.
And we are going to return HTTP put this dot hero, hero's URL. Okay, the same URL. Interesting.
This is going to be our API then,
This will be our API, yeah.
because that will then persist into REST API.
Yep. For the put, we need a URL and we need a body. So heroes URL. What is heroes URL again? That's the API heroes. Shouldn't it be API hero if you're put? Oh, with an ID in it, right? How come there's no ID here?
It says creating one, right? So. Oh no, it's updating.
It's updating.
So it is updating. Yeah, it should.
That's
There's
weird.
Hero ID right there.
No, that's in the log.
Logging it, but
But I would expect to do like a
it's
put.
in the URL. Is it in the URL?
No, the hero's URL is just if I could get, you'd think a
Yes.
get hero would be the same URL as a put.
It has the ID in it though, right?
Yeah, but they're saying it doesn't have the ID. But he's saying to use the hero's URL. The hero's URL is just API/heroes. I would expect it to be hero/1323 like that. I would expect you to put that. Let's see what it. All right, so, these HTTP options are also going to be added. I have those imported. I don't. We are probably supposed to add these options. I'm guessing the HTTP options are in here, maybe? Or what are these HTTP options? Where they come from? Ah. They always get ahead of themselves. All right, so these mystical HTTP options will be added. And then we're going to pipe that again. And we're just going to log and tap and then catch the log. All right. So let's do these HTTP options. What is HTTP options? We'll get to that. The HTTP client put takes three parameters: the URL, the data to update, the modified hero in this case, and the options. The URL is unchanged. The hero's web API knows which hero to update by looking at the hero's ID. Okay.
In the hero.
Inside the hero, we're
So it
passing
knows
in.
what hero it's working on.
Yeah. The hero's web API expects a special header in the HTTP because, yeah, so let's go back to that. So the hero's ID is inside of there. So this statement, no, because the hero has the ID in it already, and more magic is happening in the right. So this hero's URL,
The hero right next to it. That's where the ID is, right?
yeah, the ID is in the hero. All right. All right. So the heroes expects a special API. The hero's web API expects a special header in HTTP save request. The header is in the HTTP options constant defined in the hero service. Oh, content type application.
Jeez.
Okay.
Use the restroom.
Yep. All right, so we make this constant. Oops. All right, so we got our HTTP options. That makes sense. Not too surprising there. Refresh the browser, change the hero name, and save your changes. Do you think it'll work? I wonder if it's going to work. Make sure we got the latest heroes. Everything's working. Mr. Nice. Mr. Nitin. Save.
Sorry.
Mr. Nitin, it worked.
Yeah, Mr. Nathan always work.
Sweet. Is Ashok off today? I think he is.
So, how this
Yes.
log at the
Yes,
right
indeed.
is showing?
What's that then?
The log you showing in the right, how it is coming this? Are we printing tab somewhere?
Yeah, I did that up in the tab of the get heroes. Just tap heroes.
Oh,
I'm doing that. I did that right here just to try it out.
so if we would have done console.log directly there, we could have passed directly underscore, then it will print, right?
I think so. Yeah, this console.log. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like it. It seems like we could have. Yeah.
Yeah, this will do the same thing for us. Yep. It will print direct tab multiple times, once only.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting point. It's it just does it once.
It is doing, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, it's just printing. It's just console log can take anything, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's maybe a little bit. Yeah. Alrighty, cool.
So update is working fine.
Michael? Oh. We lost all of our, on refresh, we lost all of our
Update.
update. Mr. Nice was Mr. Nitton. Narco was Rom. Corey loses every time. Because as soon as I make a change, direct tab, colon, it's going to reload the app. Boom. Sorry guys. So it's persisting it in memory. So this is more, it must be more magic in memory stuff going on. Okay. Sorry, Ram, Sagar, Nitin. Michael, you guys are only temporary heroes.
Yeah, short term.
Short
Short
term.
Just to, the browser, is that in memory doing that? It's not for,
It's all the in-memory, this in-memory data service.
is it using session storage or?
I don't know what it's using.
Cause
No,
that's,
it is saved in the browser memory.
The browser, just like JavaScript memory, just like in, yeah.
that's session storage or the internal storage.
Awesome. All right. Well, so we've inserted, and now it looks like we're going to go on to adding a new hero. Do we miss anything in hero? Okay. Blah blah blah. It's still obviously okay. They forgot to mention in here that this is only temporary changes because of how in-memory database works. Oh, this is JavaScript memory, so I guess that makes sense. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. All right, add a hero. This app only needs to add the hero's name. You can use an input element paired with an add button. Okay, insert the following into the hero's component template just after the heading. All right, HTML, garbage. So we're gonna have an input, hero name. So we're only adding, okay. So heroes component, not the details of the heroes component. So the heroes component lists all the heroes, but now it's going to allow you to add hashtag. What is the hash hero name again? Is it the ID?
Yeah, that's interesting.
What is this hash hero name? I mean, let's see. Input. Is that what's binding? That's that's the binding, right? Is that the binding?
It looks like.
Because the hero detail component had, yeah, that used ng model. So what's going on here? Is that just like a temporary?
Storage.
Yeah. Maybe they'll tell us what hash means. All right, be patient. But we haven't seen that before, have we?
No.
I don't think we have. All right. Well, then, I mean, I think what might be interesting is just to see hero name. What is this guy? What does that look like? Input. Yeah, I don't see a. There's no ID on there, so it's not an ID thing. All right. So, and then we got So we got that there. We need an add method. In response to click events, all the components click handler, and then clear the input field so that's ready for another name. Okay, so we are going to the heroes component. We need a method for add. Hero name. Just give me a type string, right? Oh, okay. It's going to return a void. And it's going to name equals name.trim. On name. Name equals name.trim. Okay. If not name, turn. This is a hero service dot add or add hero. We're going to pass it an object as hero. Oh no. Okay. So that's interesting. This is a hero service add hero. So we're going to call it add hero, which again will return a observable. And we're sending it an object with just a string in it, and we're kind of casting that as a hero. And then when that's done, we're going to subscribe, and it's going to send us back to hero, which presumably that hero that it's going to return back to us is going to have an ID because, right, it's going to have a full hero object. And we're going to push that onto the heroes. Oh, right.
I think here we're doing push, but here actually we would make a call of our API, right?
Exactly. Yep. I was thinking the same thing. We could have done, instead of this dot push, we could have done get heroes. Let's try that. Maybe we'll try that.
Get heroes dot push. Because what they are doing, they are using in the local memory the new hero what you adding.
Right, but the get heroes should do the same thing.
Yeah, I think. Yep. So how this heroes it is reading?
Well, because what happens is you're, like you said, it's in memory. So before this page has been called, okay, see you, Ram.
Oh, we have defined the heroes actually variable there, right?
Yeah, because heroes is already populated with the
Correct.
Here.
Yeah.
So it's just going to push the new hero onto that array.
Yep.
What we could do is call get hero and have it refetch the whole thing from. But yeah, I think that's probably maybe a better way to do it. Let's see. Let's try it. I think both will work. But yeah, I think think architecturally, what do you
Actually, they assuming that get hero is called before making this add hero call. If you that's
Yeah.
the way they are, because get hero is for display, so this is the assumption like we already making that call.
Yeah. Well, the get heroes component does
Yes.
get all of these. I mean, heroes component does get on a init, right?
Hmm.
I think it's on a init. It does call a get heroes.
Right.
Let's try. I think it'll be interesting. So ng's hero service. We need to add the hero service method. So let's do that. Okay, so let's see. When a given name is non-blank, the handler creates a hero-like object. Yeah, it's a hero-like object because it's missing the ID, and passes it to that hero service. When the hero service saves successfully, the subscriber callback receives a new hero and pushes onto the heroes list for display. You'll write the hero service add hero. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So here's our add hero. We're gonna get the hero, type hero. It's going to return an observable of type hero. And return. So this is interesting. So we're gonna have to, so how is it gonna get the new hero ID? Maybe the hero service just does that. The hero service will do the HTTP post
No, you mean the new ID for the hero?
new ID, yeah.
I think we would add the. Oh, it will add automatically.
Yeah, because that's the job of the service, right? The REST service.
Actually, in the REST service, we will manage how we want to add the ID, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But here, how it is doing.
I don't know.
Here it's magic.
We didn't explicitly.
Well, no, actually, now that I think about it,
Somewhere maybe we adding.
this gen ID
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Gen ID.
in in-memory
That's it.
data service. So we had to tell it how to do that.
When did you do that last time?
Okay, so this Gen ID, I think we'll need to implement ourselves. Why?
We did. We already did when we copied this in-memory data service
That
in.
makes sense.
We did.
I mean, when it will be a REST calls, how we would get that ID. So that we will need to implement by ourselves. This Gen ID, right?
ID.
the hero server, the in-memory magic. This is all magic.
No, but I am saying if we need our own ID generation, then how we'll do?
We would just change it in here.
Right.
Well, when we rip this in-memory data service out, then the service that we create will have its own strategy for creating.
Right.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
Did you
how.
comment that on still generate an ID?
No. I think when we rip out because this in-memory data service is just like a prototyping utility, right? So once you go live or once you get to where you have services available, you'll rip this out, and then
it'll do it in the back
and then
end.
it'll do it in your service.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Yeah. I thought you were talking about this service,
Oh,
not
yeah.
real service. Yeah, there's a lot of makeup here going on.
There's a lot of makeup.
Yeah, you know,
There's a lot of lipstick on
what
this.
they should do is just give you an endpoint you can hit. I know that might sound silly, but they should-
You mean
like
for
a
the
real
tutorial?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
that would
real
be
REST
kinda
service,
cool
So you
to-
can do the real thing instead of, because sometimes it's hard when you're doing these things, especially for beginners. Like, okay, what am I trying to compensate for? And what am I not?
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. But it's
You
nice.
create web services for us.
Well, that's what I'm saying is this in-memory data service is a pretty nice prototyping tool. Like you can build your app exactly how it needs to be
Without the services.
without the service in place.
Yeah.
Assuming that it's in mimicking the services correctly. Which you may have,
I guess there are some advantages to that too.
yeah. You may end up playing a lot with that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Work. All right, so we are going to post the hero, and we're going to send it the heroes URL again. That's so weird. That the heroes is so. Do you post to a? Anyways, I'm not going to get into REST verbiage and best practices, but just like as we've done before, we're going to post of type hero. Yeah. No, is that the return? That's the return. That's what the observable is going to return, is an observable of hero. So we're going to post and get back a hero, and we're going to send it this hero's URL, the hero, and the options. Where are these options?
The constant we defined, right?
Yeah, but the problem is I created a constant up in here because I got an error.
Oh yeah, so I think
You can't create a constant just out in the wild, can you?
oh
I can't, because you can't put it up here. Can you put it up like up here maybe? Almost like you have to say private HTTP options equals that. Why couldn't I do constants? It let me do it inside of a method, but not as a. So that'll work. So I don't understand. Do you remember up in here? Update heroes. We had this. He said they just said to create a constant.
yeah. Actually, do they asking to create top of this class or something?
They didn't say where to put it.
That's strange.
Yeah, and this is like a TypeScript, JavaScript.
So either we will need to define every time in the method itself then, right?
Yeah, that seems silly though. Because
I
they're
think they are asking to define the constant top of this class injectable before injectable.
and inject it in.
Yeah, so if you just define there, I think then it will work. I think I also put it into method, but I think that will work actually. If I'm going reading down in the methods, they are doing that way.
Okay.
Let's give
Yeah.
it a try if that works.
Yeah, that's what I did, and it seems to be compiling. I mean, up here it finds it.
Wow.
Options. Get hero. Put hero. Yeah, so it's finding these. And that seems to be working. So okay, so we're gonna post a type hero. The hero. No, so the URL. The this hero's URL. Wait, I forget. Add a hero.
So that means constant we cannot define in the class, right?
Not in the class, I guess.
Yeah, we can define only top of this component
Yeah.
or in the method itself.
Or in the method itself, yeah.
Okay.
What am I doing wrong? Okay, so we need HTTP options. So this HTTP post dot pipe. We're going to tap the new hero. That's kind of interesting. This kind of tells us a few questions, or tells us a few answers. What ideas, trying to catch up. So, new hero, we're gonna tap, oh, okay, so this is, oh, so that's how you do that. You give it a name instead of underscore. So new hero of hero. And here's the new hero.id. So that's where the new hero ID is coming from. And that just shows us the new hero ID. And I think that should work.
Yeah, because next is delete.
Yeah. So we're calling post and expects the server to generate an ID, which it returns in the observable. Let's see. Now we can do Gundy. Let's add Gundy. Yeah. You see how nicely that didn't work? Error. Internal server error.
What is that error?
Well, now we can, I had no idea. But now we can simulate what errors look like. Can't read property ID of null.
Oh, so the ID is not getting generated.
ID is not generating. Or did we remove the code? Can you check? ID generator.
Did you remove the HTTP option
No.
constant?
I moved the options constant.
Did that?
So one thing, if you see in the IDs, here it is saying until 11. What does that mean? Right?
Oh yeah. Boy, is that 11? I can't see.
11 or LL? What it is?
Yeah, 11.
I think the size not. Can you make it 12? Then we'll see.
Yeah, because it only generates a
Max.
up to 11 probably. You only have 11 in that hero.
Not
Yeah.
12. It's 110.
Return heroes list.length is greater than 0.
True.
Then math.max. No, it's just saying math.max.
And then that should be math.max. Yeah.
This is math.max.
Otherwise it's 11.
So we already have 11. I think that's why it's not adding more.
No, math.max is going to say, what's the list? Hero, is
Oh, okay.
it the max of the list plus 1 or 11? So it's saying,
Yeah.
if it's less than 11, do 11. Otherwise, do
Okay.
the max.
It's starting from 11.
Yeah, so,
We should be good.
yeah. Okay, so then we can, I just want to, oh, it doesn't like const? What doesn't it like about that?
You put it dot. You need to remove dot after starting braces.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't see it.
This mouse, it doesn't hold the click very well. All right, so let's see if this is even happening. Console.log, new,
ID.
ooh, should we do this?
No, backtick.
What's it called?
Braces. Dollar braces.
Yeah, dollar braces, but it's called a template.
Yep.
New ID.
No ID. They're gonna be
New ID.
You gotta add.
Oh yeah. New ID 21. Oh, now it's adding it.
Oh, weird.
You know, I think that it just hadn't recompiled. I think we had a bad state. So
Oh, did you do it automatically does that, right? Or did
it
you
should.
have to?
No, it's automatically doing that,
It
but
just must
sometimes
have.
it doesn't.
That's what happened, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Why am I dot Gundy? I'm offended.
Yeah. What's with the?
Just kidding. Yeah, I was wondering.
What's
that
the
too.
underline? It's the way that's underlined.
That's just a link, right?
Yeah.
That's the style. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, very good. That is nice.
Excellent.
And now you're gonna need dot. Careful what you complain about.
It's my superpower. Dots.
Dot. All right, so now we're just kind of exercising all the different HTTP methods.
Please delete
Essentially.
me.
So let's find a good way to delete. Here, this is how we delete Michael. Gone. There's probably a better way to delete Michael than restart the
Yeah.
app, reinitialize the database.
We need a new button.
New button. Okay, each hero on the list should have a delete button. Add the following button element to the heroes component template. Heroes component template. After the hero name, the repeated list element. You'd think we could do this in the heroes. No, you're right. Okay. All right, button class, delete, title, delete hero, click.
You gotta go to that.
No, I don't think mine's here. Let's see. So in the heroes component, we're looping through each one, and we have a link, and then we have the name, and after the name, we're going to add this click button. What is this called on this parenthesis click? There's a name for that. It's like an event hook or something.
Okay.
So on click is going to delete the hero. So the heroes component will need. Oh yeah, button, yeah. An X. Nice. Let's add it there. Okay, to position the button at the far right of the hero entry, add the CSS to the heroes component. Anyways, all right, so the heroes component needs a delete method. Now we've got this add, and then we're gonna have a delete. And it's pretty basic. We're gonna send the whole hero. You'd think you could just send it the hero ID. Because the component is sending in the whole hero. But you could change that, right? To just send in the hero ID. That's all it needs is for delete. But let's not get too fancy, I guess. So then, okay, so that's, what is this heroes filter callback?
H from not equal to not in the hero or something. So pull out.
Oh, so this is taking hero out of the heroes. Again, it should just call the fetch heroes again.
Oh, yeah, we never tried that.
Yeah.
So it is deleting. It is bringing that hero.
It seems
Why?
this dot heroes is filtering when H does not equals hero. That's so this is taking the hero that we deleted out of the heroes filter or out of the heroes array. So again, we could have on subscribe. I think we could have done.
So I think this is bringing the heroes without that hero, right?
Yes. Yep.
Saying filter with no with no hero.
I think this would have worked too. We forgot to try this one up here.
Yeah, this will also work. I think this is doing the same thing, but
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so all right, let's
we need to write delete hero service, right?
hero
Method in the service.
in the service. Yep. All right, so
So basically what it will do, the delete hero.
although a component delegates hero deletion to the service, it remains responsible for updating its own list of heroes, which is weird, I think. The component's delete method immediately removes the hero to delete from that list, anticipating that the hero service will succeed on the server. Right. There's really nothing for the component to do with the observable returned by the hero service delete. It must subscribe anyways. Note, if you neglect to subscribe, the service will not send the delete request to the server.
Server makes sense.
As a rule, an observer does nothing until something subscribes. Oh. That's why this empty subscribe is there.
So basically you have to trigger the event,
Yeah, this subscribe triggers the event.
right?
Huh, cool. Confirm this for yourself by temporarily removing the subscribe. Clicking dashboard, then clicking heroes, you'll see the full list of heroes again. All right, I can try it.
Mhm.
Create this delete method. All right, so this is nothing that we haven't seen except for, oh, this time with delete, we're just calling heroes URL.
This is the thing we did for add also, right?
For add, we didn't update.
Oh, for fetch the ID.
Update. Yeah,
We did the for fetching the specific ID only, right?
yeah, yep.
For update, we didn't.
For update, we just sent it the whole thing.
The whole hero, yeah.
Yeah, that was the weird part. Yeah, because add hero, we just have this hero's URL. For update, we just have the hero's URL.
Yeah.
So add and update. Get is the only one that we add the ID to,
Right.
which I think is weird.
Yeah, you think you just always want to send.
The ID of deleting, right?
Yeah, if you're working
what you're
on
updating.
an ID, you're working on a single, unless you're working with a list.
The hero's not that big in this case, so not a lot of data to send, right?
These heroes are massive. They save the world.
It's true.
Yeah, because it's off of heroes. It's a heroes API. All right, so maybe it's not following the. All right, so we're gonna delete the hero. So we have type of hero equals number, hero ID. So we're grabbing the ID. That's just a little bit of checking. We got the ID of the URL. And then this dot delete of type, it's going to return the hero that we deleted, I guess. Or it's just taking, is that specifying the, I forget what is delete hero. What is that saying? Is that saying that this is the type that
It's
delete
deleting?
takes?
I think so.
Yeah. And since delete, normally they take 3 parameters, the URL, the object, and then options. This one's take just the URL
And the option.
and the options. And then we're piping it to tap and the hero or the catch. All right, now I think we'll work. And I think when I compile and we have errors like this one, I think we need to do a full refresh of the app of this page. Those are nice X's.
Huh.
You know, he's not my hero.
Ouch. Where does it return? Nothing.
Sweet. Heroes with ID 21 not found. How did that, why did we go to 21? Oh, it's because I can click on it and it goes to 21. But if I click on delete, it also wants to go, see down here? It wants to go to 21. So we probably need the styles, right? So it deleted it, but then it also updated my URL to go to 21. Huh. Okay, whatever. That's just UI garbage. Okay, so let's see. I don't need to subscribe. Psh, lame.
For what?
No, I'm just, they said to try it.
Okay. It will delete, but it will not delete, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the theory. It said to prove it to yourselves, to ourselves, so. So I'm gonna delete Narco. Hey, look at it, it didn't have the error. And it doesn't delete Narco. Well, it does temporarily because of this dumb way of, see, I don't like this. Let's do, oh, well, we have to subscribe. But what this should do is,
So if we will not do, so if we will not remove from heroes, it will not remove from UI, but it will remove from the backend, right?
yeah, unless we do,
This is a weird little.
unless we do this. Why can't I do that? Oh, do I have to do,
This is what you did. I didn't understand. Sorry. So you're saying deleting hero, but you passing the list. I think you should pass single. Okay.
no, this is how the service works. You pass in the hero you want to delete.
Right.
But instead of removing it right away from the filter, I'm gonna call get heroes and see if that works. And it seems like that should work. Well,
Go back.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna. Which one did I delete?
I forgot. Again, try very first one. Very-
Mr. Nice.
So why don't you use the go back button? Okay, it's gone.
Oh yeah.
But it is not actually gone, right?
Yeah, it's gone. Bombasto. But I think what we should do is there's this style at the end that we should
So
add.
why you did this get heroes inside of the subscribe method?
Because let me show you in a second. Let's heroes component. Let's fix this heroes. Cool. Heroes component. All right, so now it's out here. Okay, that's pretty terrible, but it still goes to the hero. It still navigates here. That's so dumb. So let me explain why I did this instead of this. Because this is going to pull it out of the array right away. But this is going to, it's going to delete it. And then when it's done deleting it, it's going to refresh my list of heroes from the server instead of just like automatically deleting it in the UI. Does that make sense?
So sorry, can Sorry, David. What are you saying? Sorry. So
So when we call delete, it just seemed like it was better to call the delete hero, and then when it's done, when the service is done deleting the hero, go and refresh a fresh list of heroes from the service instead of just doing it hard coding it right here, like manually changing my list of heroes, because I mean, the delete may not work, you know.
Yeah. Well,
It just seems, this just seems like a better practice to delete the hero and then refresh the hero from the service. And that's what I'm guessing that this is doing. But we can't really prove that because this thing is still calling the, I just want to see it disappear from this list and not navigate to that detail. Like, why is it doing that? I think we're missing
they're
some.
all off now.
They're all, yeah, that's really
So they're
weird.
out of sync.
I think that there's maybe some other styles that,
I think we are using, can you remove your, I mean, we are using developer tool. That's why it is making that way.
I don't know. Hero search component. Let's just see if there's any other. There's not here. Oh, we don't have hero search component. Yeah, I guess that's the next one.
Yep.
But is there some, because they said to put, yeah, unfortunately the style is all messed up. Is there more styles that we're missing? No. Yeah, this style is all messed up. It would be nice to just say heroes component and put this like way. Oh, I think I did this wrong. This should be outside of this link. I think this will work now. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
What was the wrong?
So I had this button inside of this router link.
Oh,
So I had it like this, right? And that was just, I was just going too fast, I think. So let me put
so it should be outside of link
yeah, it should be here.
with the li.
Boy, this button is not nice. Yeah. All right. Okay, so now we can see, so now let's do the two different kinds of this heroes component. So there's this way of doing it instantly, right? Oh, I can't do that. Can I just do that? Can't do that. Anyways, so if we just do subscribe, so this will delete it, right? So it deletes it right away, but then, here, let's get out of here. It deletes it right away, but then later on, our service deletes it. So, I mean, we can go back to dashboard and come back to here. And they're gone, so they are gone, but it deleted it from the, it manually deleted it. It manually took it out right here. It manually took it out of our heroes, right? So a better way, I think, is to do underscore the arrow function. Oops. So I think this is a better way. I should do like this. If I do like this, now it's a little bit slower. Let's refresh. It's slower, but see, I hit delete and then it refreshes and I get the new one from the service, right? I get the new list from the service. So I hit delete and then it deletes it and then it gets the fresh list from
I
the
see.
server.
Yeah.
Versus doing it manually.
But you don't have to sync anything. I mean, nothing.
I don't have to
there's
sync
nothing
anything.
that could have the potential of getting out of sync.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
if it didn't delete it in the service, it would come back when it got,
Yeah, you'd be like, this
all of them
isn't
again.
clean. Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I thought I deleted that because it deleted it immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like if I were to do this, like if we didn't subscribe.
it's doing the same thing essentially, right? Not
Uh,
updating the service. It's not refetching. Oh no, if you don't subscribe,
If we
It will
didn't,
not delete from the service.
that's what I'm saying, yeah, then it would be, we'd be out of sync, but we wouldn't know it until,
It's
Yeah.
remove the whole subscribe service itself.
don't send the delete request. So you'll delete it right away,
so this will delete it
but
right
it
away.
won't actually delete it because it didn't send the request.
Yeah, so this is gonna be like, yoink, gone, yoink, gone,
Delete
gone,
them all.
gone, 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 gone.
Okay. We have no heroes. As soon as you add one,
We got one.
well, we need to fetch them again. So
Oh, wait a second, they're all there.
boom.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you're right, David. They're kind of misleading us a little bit. in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah, this is a bad, I think this is a bad practice.
You should be using your endpoint. Like, what are they trying to say here?
They even mentioned it up there. Lead a hero. They even mentioned that it manually.
In the note,
Yeah,
I'm just thinking why they're doing this way.
I know, maybe just to teach us, right?
yeah,
Could be just sort of like call this out so people see this problem and understand it.
Right.
You know?
right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we've deleted the hero from the server. The delete calls HTTP client delete. The URL is the hero's resource URL plus the ID of the hero to delete. You don't send the data as you did with put and post. You still send the HTTP options. All right, so now we've got search. In the last exercise, you learned to chain observable operators together so you can minimize the number of similar HTTP requests and consume network bandwidth economically. Maybe that's what they wanted. That's why they wanted to manually delete and then not call the. Okay, you will add a hero's search feature to the dashboard. As the user types a name into the search box, you'll make repeated HTTP requests for heroes filtered by that name. Excuse me. Ooh. Your goal is to issue only as many requests as necessary. Hero service search heroes. Start by adding a search heroes method to the service. All right. So hero service search service. So add that down here. Search heroes, right? That's what we call it. And we're going to have a search term of type string. And it's going to return an observable. Okay. Yeah, because this is in a service. Of hero. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, last time we did this whole ID trim, not ID, whatever. Now we're just doing if not term dot trim.
There's nothing to
Oh, what am I? Oh, I need to a colon.
Term dot trim.
Oh, sorry, it's returning an unobservable array. Here else. If not term dot trim, return an empty hero array because I found nothing. All right.
Have to return. Oh, where is the method?
I'm missing. There we go.
Yeah.
So otherwise, we are going to return all of this. Let's see what this is doing. Oh. So we're going to make an HTTP GET call with the heroes. Oh. And we're going to add this question name parameter to the URL. And we're going to pipe. Okay, nothing new there then. Kind of seems like this is the order we should do it. We should start with the service and then work our way up. We've been doing it the other way
Yeah.
every time.
That's the way they serve it to us, though,
I
right?
know.
Sorry,
Okay.
what it is doing? Match.
Well, because then you have everything you need as you go. You're
Yeah.
creating the things that you're calling.
Yeah.
You know.
No, now I was just making a comment on this time we're starting with the service and working our way up to the components as we add methods. The other way they always started with the components and worked our way down to the service. So we're always calling
Oh,
that we didn't have yet.
we should always add the service first, right?
Seems like it, yeah.
Yep.
So this method returns immediately with an empty array if there's no search term. The rest of it closely resembles get heroes. Yep. The only significant difference is the URL, which includes a query string with the search term. Add search to the dashboard. Okay, so now the dashboard component template, open that and add the hero search element, app hero search. Let's see here, we don't have the app hero search yet, but okay. But we're going to create one. All right, so dashboard component. App hero search doesn't exist. How does it compile? I guess.
Now you got to generate the component.
How it is finding?
Well, I don't think it's finding it, but since it's like an HTML tag, it doesn't have to exist.
Could be
That's
anything,
weird. Yeah, it could be anything.
as long as it's syntactically correct. XML.
Yeah, like Dundee component. I wonder if the app. So the app breaks, but we still compile. Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
It breaks in the browser.
Breaks in the browser, but compiling is fine.
I don't know what you think.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do.
It's not breaking for me.
What if we put them at the top of the component? Would it stop, break there? Or would it continue with the rest of the page? you're putting in that component there, right? If you put it at the top of the page, would it continue to render the H3, the div?
Like that.
Yeah. Is it, like a lot of times JavaScript will break that way, right? It'll, if something
Oh,
breaks, everything after it doesn't run.
yeah. Well, I mean, nothing runs.
For me, it's not breaking.
Really?
I just added that component and
Oh. I mean, it was breaking before.
Did you
added
generate
it?
the component?
I didn't.
Huh.
I just added this HTML tag.
Weird.
Why it is not breaking, I can share. No, it's failing now. Yeah, I did
Oh.
refresh.
Good. I mean, yeah.
That is the correct. That's why without component, how it is understanding.
All right, so we're generating a component.
Hmm.
Now it probably will work. Go to dashboard. Hero search works. We just put it on the dashboard, right? Yeah. All right, so we generate the dashboard or the hero search component, and it adds it to the app module. And now let's add the hero search component to HTML. Go. Hero search.
There's a pound search box again in the input. I don't know what that is that binding?
Yeah, what is that doing?
Did the same thing before.
It's sending it in
I mean,
to.
other than it's using it right nowhere. Yeah, search box dot value. So it's using it for as the thing you're going to pass.
Mhm. Right. Exactly.
So it's like, is that a way of just a kind of a hacky way of sending the value of the element without actually having to write JavaScript or something?
Yeah, I wonder.
So it's a convenience thing that Angular just does for you.
Yeah, I think that'd be an interesting takeaway to investigate.
So this is, I think, temporary variable defining something,
Yeah.
and what it is doing, it is just restore the data for a moment and then make it clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So. Add the search component style. Oops. uh, so we add the style. As the user types in the box, an input binding, an input event binding calls a coordinate search method with the new search box value. As expected, the ng4 repeats hero objects. Look closely and you'll see that ng4 iterates over a list called heroes $, not heroes. Is that what it's doing?
Huh, the hero of heroes $.
Yep, very nice.
Interesting.
Saying
Filter.
it represents as a observable, not like an object, not an array this way.
I don't have search implements yet.
Yeah, that just tells it it's an observable and not an array. The only difference.
Oh. Huh. Cool.
Would it work if you didn't have the $sign there?
Let's try it.
Probably not, because can't easily or automatically convert that to an array. Or you'd get one element.
Or wouldn't be able to react to it or something?
That would either get one element, like just iterate that as a single thing. Or,
Oh. Well, but because we're piping it to async, then it knows what to do.
well, yeah, oh, I can't do anything with an observable. There's
Also pipe character, yeah.
like pipe subscribes to an observable automatically. Oh,
Saying to avoid in the component class, you can do directly in the here.
is that to prevent coupling or something?
Yeah, or just convenience. All right, so fix the search component.
Oh boy.
Yikes, what is going on here? All right, so search terms dot next. What is search terms? It's a new subject. Man, they're throwing all kinds of stuff in here. Without,
It's the subject.
yeah.
I
Maybe,
think they'll describe later.
okay, they're gonna describe it.
Yeah,
All
they're
right,
saying a subject is a something something.
so let's just,
It's imported from RxJS,
yeah.
so thing apparently.
It's a thing. All right, so let's go through this thing. Oops. Let's go through this thing. Yeah. All right, replace that with all this garbage. Note the declaration of heroes $ as an observable. Oh, so this heroes in this class is an observable of hero array. You'll set it in the ng-on init. Before you do, focus on the definition of search terms. The search terms RxJS subject. The search terms property is declared as an RxJS subject. Private search terms means subject of string. A subject is both a source of observable values and an observable itself. You can subscribe to a subject as you would any observable.
It's just like an array of arrays.
Like an array.
Well, because I mean, it's an observable itself, and it's a source of observables values. I should say.
Oh. So you can also push values into that observable by calling its next. Push values into that observable by calling its next method. as the search method does. The search method is called via an event binding to the toolbox's input event. Event binding, that's what this is called, event binding. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Sorry, squirrel. Every time the user types in a box, the binding calls search. So input must be like on change. Or on key up maybe. The search terms becomes an observable, emitting a steady stream of search terms. Chaining RxJS operators. Passing in a search term directly to the search heroes after every keystroke would create an excessive amount of HTTP requests, taxing server resources, and burning through cellular network data plan. Instead of the ng on init method, instead the ng on init method pipes the search terms observable through a sequence of RxJS operators that reduce the number of calls to the search heroes, ultimately returning an observable of timely hero search results, each a hero array. Here's the code. Debounce time. Is this already in here? Search terms, not pipe. Okay, it is. ng on init. Okay. Debounce time waits until the flow of new string events pauses for 300 milliseconds. Wow. All right, this is pretty cool, but this is like going way beyond me. You'll never make requests more frequently than 300 milliseconds. I mean, I see it, so it's waiting 300 milliseconds before it's sending out the request, but how it's actually doing that, I'm not sure. Distinct until change ensures that the request is only sent if the filter text changes. Switch map calls the search service for each search term and makes it through debounce and distinct until changed. It cancels and discards previous search observables, returning only the latest search service observable. Let's try it. I think everything's in place, right? Failed to compile. Failed to compile. Oh, because I copied in this this is called less. Oops. Oh, search. NARC. NAR. Narco. We found Narco. Oh, it's waiting.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's
Seems pretty polished.
pretty polished. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I would love to like dive into all of this. We have 2 minutes left.
The rest of this is just this code review that they have at the end.
And that's all of HTTP. And then I guess there are fundamentals that we can go through. And we can go through all of these really.
Yeah.
But this basic tutorial is pretty. Yeah, so that's it. We finished the tutorial. Kind of. I guess we didn't read this last part. With a switch map operator, every qualifying key event can trigger an HTTP client GET method call. Even with a 300 millisecond pause between requests, you could have multiple HTTP requests in flight, and they may not return in the order sent. Switch map preserves the original request order while returning only the observable for the most recent HTTP method call. That's awesome. Results from prior calls are canceled and discarded. Note that canceling a previous search hero's observable doesn't actually abort a pending HTTP request. So it still is going to make these requests, but it's going to get the last one. Unwanted results are simply discarded before they reach your application code. Man, these 3 lines, like that, boom, boom, boom,
Power.
that's like,
But does this affect only this service?
only the search service.
Only this service. Okay.
I'm guessing. Oh, because this is all going to the pipe. Oh, because it's using the pipe of the what is this?
What's in?
Search terms is an observable, right?
It's in the component, so it only affects this component. That those that debalance.
Oh, because it's a subject. So you said a subject is an observable, but it's also a source of observables. So there's a lot of stuff going on in subject. That's pretty awesome. Huh. Okay. All right, Nitin, it's 10 o'clock. And oh, Sagar, you're still here too. You've been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I'm doing the work.
Oh, okay.
David, if you have some time, can we discuss that?
Yep. Yeah, I saw your note last night. Yeah, let's wrap up this. Thanks for joining again, and then I'll go upstairs, and then we can. In the office.
David,
I will be there in half an hour, so let's meet after half an hour. Is good.
Okay.
Okay.
so David,